Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionsea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosensia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosensia.com and www.amazon.com/miamosensia.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mian Moshe Zia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a wonderful lady who was one time a Filmfest director who discovered her true passion later in life, and she's got a new book out where it's almost like Michael Jordan. It's not just do it, but born to do it. And of course, her company won 800 plus awards and supported 850 creations and achieved their dreams, and basically just one of the hardest working ladies out there in the business. And of course, worked as one of the producers of Wales' most successful national horror film fest. the Abattoir Horror Festival, and also one time she was going to be teaching film, but happened to pass and make a career into being involved in the film industry. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in the beautiful UK, ladies and gentlemen, the author of the terrific book Born to Do It and a very wonderful entrepreneur, Rebekah Smith. Rebekah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Mike, I'm good. Thank you so much for that lovely intro. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And that's very jolly of as well, too, and very kind to say so. So you basically were going to teach film studies in the academy field, but you choose to get involved in the film industry yourself, being a producer one of Wales' most successful national horror fests, and also you've also have your company called the Filmfest Doctor, and your company has won more 800 awards and supported nearly 850 creatives and achieved their dreams. And along the way, you started becoming involved as an author, which is called Born to Do It. And before we get into all that, tell us how you first got started, Rebekah.
That's right, yes. So it was really random how this all came about, I have to say, because it wasn't like what I planned. which is kind of like what you just said there is great, but it's like, actually, when you just said it now, I thought about it and I thought, you know what, I didn't plan any of this. It wasn't, say, when I was younger, thinking, right, I want to do this, I want to do that. It was all set out and I knew it. It all just kind of came, not by accident, but when the universe helped me tap into my soul purpose was when this all came together.
Mm-hmm. And of course, how did you become a leader in your field, the Filmfest Doctor?
So, when I was studying for my PhD, that was a very kind of solitary kind of thing to do. It's very like by yourself, and you don't really get to see many people because you're researching 24/7. So a friend of mine ran the theatre in Aberystwyth in Wales, and he was asked to produce a horror film festival because it's a big student area, and they didn't have any horror film festivals in the whole of Wales. So they thought it would be best to do it in Aberystwyth because it's got a huge, loads of students who study film, and they would probably like horror. That's what they did it as. Mm-hmm. So he said, "Would you like to help produce it, like with me and help out?" I was like, "Yeah, why not? It's a happy distraction." Then when I was producing the festival, I absolutely loved it, and that's when I tuned into my soul purpose. I didn't know it at the time, but then that's supposed to be what I was doing. What I was born to do was working in the film industry and working in the film festival area. And then I spoke to lots of filmmakers, and I always said to them, "What do you like and dislike about film festivals?" And they always said, we love them, but the issue we have is that we don't know who to turn to get our films into festivals. We've got no idea what we're doing. There's nobody we can find to help us create strategy and to do the work for us, or to at least give us some advice, because we're not quite sure what we're doing. So I thought, oh my goodness, I can do this. I can fill this gap. There aren't many people that do this. He's right. I did my research, and I thought, yeah, I know where I can maybe develop in parts that aren't being seen to. And then I developed the company, and it took a long time to get off the ground. It wasn't overnight. It took a few years. But after that, it just kept getting slowly bigger and bigger in the UK, and also now the USA. It's starting to really outreach over there, and also South Africa. We're very, very big in South Africa with great films there. But yeah, so that's how it all happened, was by just asking people what they wanted, and then being able to fill that need by tuning into what I was born to do. And then from then on, it just went on, strength to strength. Reason why was because I did leave academia. That wasn't what I was supposed to be doing in my career, was being a lecturer or being with academia. What I was supposed to be doing was working in the world of film festival distribution in the film industry.
And it sounds like you got an amazing career and amazing choice as well, too. And who are some of your favorite actors, directors, and also your favorite movies growing up?
So, definitely favorite director is Quentin Tarantino. So I love his films. Pretty much, I'd say mostly all of them. Not every single one, but he is definitely my favorite director. There's always something interesting about a Tarantino film, even though it's not his best. He's an amazing director in terms of his vision, his aggressive vision, his ferociousness, and his power. It's absolutely amazing. So he is my number one. Big fan. In terms of actors, somebody who I think is very underrated. I don't really go for all the classics like Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. I think David Duchovny from The X-Files and Californication is a very underrated actor, because he's an absolute comic genius, and he was born to play the role of Fox Mulder in The X-Files. He's just wonderful and looks great on screen. And he does everything great. He's just a wonderful, engaging actor. I've always been a fan of his since day one when I saw him on television on X-Files. an actress, I'm a very big fan of Jennifer Aniston. I think she's got impeccable comic timing, and you see that every film she does. Even when she does films that aren't her comic timing, she's also very engaging, and she's interesting, and she's very engaging, and she's fun. I like, fun kind of, good kind of actress to watch and to really engage with, because she's got a great personality about her. So they're my kind of favourites. And films, well, Pulp Fiction is a favourite film, without a doubt. Nothing can top Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorites as well, too. And, of course, tell us more about your company, the Filmfest Doctor. And also, what are some of the movies that have come out? Maybe just tell us a little bit about those projects that have come out.
Yes. So probably our most notable film that did really well on the festival circuit was probably our most commercial one, was George Michael Freedom, Director's Cut. Mm-hmm. That was a fantastic piece of work, George Michael's last final work as an artist, and we're very proud to have worked on that and carried his legacy around the whole world. It was an honor to work on it. That was really great. It did really great festivals, got lots of awards. And we also worked on a few Billy Zane films, which were him doing a great performance. Because normally you see him, being Billy Zane sometimes, don't you, in some commercial films. But he actually does really good, more art house independent films as well. He has like a flip side to him. So he worked on a film called Lucid that was incredible. So really, really interesting film. And he was great in the role, playing totally against his type. So he was very, very fresh in that. So that was two films I'm very proud of that did really well outside of the festivals and also in the box office. So what we do for our clients, my company, is we help them get their film seen in film festivals around the world. So what that involves is they come to us and they have problems that they need solving, that they want to get the film into festivals, but they don't know how, they don't know where to start, what to do. So we create for them a very streamlined and focused film festival strategy, which includes all the right festivals to submit their film to. So it's very bespoke and holistic approach is taken to all of our films that we work on. And also what we love to do is to work on films which are all sorts of genres. We don't just stick to one genre like drama. We do everything. We do short films, feature films, documentary, music videos, and also screenplays. But we love all sorts of stuff, horror, drama, comedy, you name it, we've done it, and we absolutely love it.
It sounds amazing as well, too, and we'll also talk about your book as well, too, in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Motion-Z of No Time for Love called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. And also heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. And follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Rebekah Smith, the owner of the Filmfest Doctor on the Mike Wagner Show, and her company has discovered they've won 800 awards and also supported 850 cribs to achieve their dreams. And you also got a book out called Born to Do It. And, of course, you can just tell us more about, which is becoming the leader of a business niche using powerful spiritual techniques.
That's right. So the book, again, came by accident, like my whole career. All the good things, it's all like something totally unplanned. So I, during the lockdown, I did a lot of writing, actually, more than I normally do. But anyway, I got approached by an Indian book publishing company who were doing a book called Unique, collecting people's inspirational stories from around the world. So I thought, okay, I'll participate. It was a big, 10-page kind of in-depth interview. So I did it all over the lockdown. And it got printed, which I was very proud of. And then a publishing company read it. And I know of the woman who runs the publishing company for a while, Ellen Watts. She said, have you ever thought about writing your own book and your own story, because I think it'll be wonderful what you've written here to put into in a book. And I thought at first, well, I'm not really sure, because I wasn't really, desperate to write again after my PhD, because that took a lot of writing and a lot of work, and I didn't really want to go back into that world. But I thought, well, maybe I could. So I thought long and hard about it. I had a chat with her, and the penny dropped, because people kept saying to me when they gave me feedback on that book article in the Unique book, they always said, "Oh, we felt like we weren't alone when we read your story. We felt inspired that you could run our business by ourselves, and you gave us good tools." So I thought, hang on, the penny's just dropped. I'm going to write a business book that has a spiritual twist. I'm not going to do a boring, dry how-to business book like your own company. It's going to be teaching you how to tap into your soul purpose, and also tells you how to start out your business using spiritual techniques and business practices that you need to do to fuse together. And that it all just came literally overnight. It took really quick to write. Didn't take that long at all. We had a great editor, and it's a great cover what I wanted, and we worked together to make it stronger than it needed to be, and I'm really proud of it. And people that read it really find it very engaging, and they find it very helpful, and they feel like they've actually come unstuck, because there's some of the people that read it kind of stuck in a dead-end job, and they said, I can do more in my life now. The pandemic's taught me that I can't rely on everybody else but myself and my intuition and my skills. Mm-hmm. And the book has helped them now turn that around. So that's what makes me so proud, and I'm so happy for them.
And why is soul purpose so important?
So a soul purpose is important because a soul purpose is basically what you are put on this earth to do, what you're born to do, in other words. So it's that thing where when you wake up in the morning, you're drawn to doing something, or it's like a hobby that you could literally just spend hours past, you forget the time and lunch and dinner and breakfast, and you just become immersed in it, and you feel like you've come alive and you're doing it. So if we live our lives doing a job which we hate, so we get up in the morning and we don't want to get out of bed or get on the train and go in the office and work, even if it's working from home, we just don't want to do it because we're not drawn to it. We're not supposed to be doing it. You should do that your whole life. You need to do what you're supposed to be doing. And that was what I found. I thought I wanted to go in the world academia, and I thought that because people kind of told me that'd be a great thing for you to do because you like film and you like writing, so surely that's what you want to do. So I thought, okay. And then when I was doing the PhD, I was enjoying it because my PhD was actually on Tarantino, so I enjoyed that part. But it was, it's hard work. It's not a walk in the park, that's for sure. Writing the whole thesis, the PhD, it's a lot of hard work, and it tests you. So that I wasn't prepared for, and also I wasn't really that keen on teaching, but I thought I should probably do it, even though I didn't really love it or like it. It was something to do, shall we say. Mm-hmm. And then it was when I got asked by accident by my friend Gaz to co-produce the Abattoir Horror Festival that I came alive and thought, whoa, do I like this more than academia? When I was at a conference, a friend of mine turned around to me and she said, "Isn't academia like the best thing in the world?" And I thought, no, this is not for me. It's not for me long term. My heart and my passion is in the film industry. I want to go into this. Mm-hmm. So it's that thing where sometimes you think you're doing the right thing, but then you realize you're not coming alive or enjoying it, or you're not actually into it because you're not born to do it.
Mm-hmm. And that's very true too. And how does one person tap into the soul purposes?
So it's not the easiest thing to do, I have to be honest. It's not
you and I both, I gotta say that just like many of us, sometimes it takes a while to figure, and sometimes is this the right thing or the wrong thing? But how does one person tap into their soul purpose?
Exactly. So the key thing to do is, it's not going to be, you might not get an answer straight away, but it's the kind of thing where maybe set your intention to find it. And the way to kind of ask yourself is to ask yourself a few questions, and then make some notes and see what comes up over that period of time. So the key thing to do is to think about, what is it that you are most drawn to? What hobby or what kind of craft or skill do you love? So for example, I'll give you an example of a client of mine. So he, I've known him for a while, but he was doing a very basic, boring admin job that paid well, and he did it because it paid well to pay the bills, and obviously that's what you never do. So I said to him, look, you can't keep going on this forever. You don't look well. You're fed up with the job. You hate it. You do it 60 hours a week. So you've got to change this around. So I said to him, what is it that you love to do? I said, even if it's a hobby, what do you love to do? And he went, well, I like making candles. So I said, okay, well, there's definitely a market and a business for candles. Everyone has candles in their house, spas and restaurants and hotels and people's homes. Everyone has a candle somewhere. And your candles do smell great because he made very aromatherapy kind of beautiful candles. So I said to him, how about you just literally each weekend make these candles and then start by maybe trying to sell them and have a business plan made up, or start doing that. So he began to do that. So he made more and more candles. He really enjoyed doing it. He had more ideas come up when he was doing it for scents and aromas and mixing stuff together, the whole lot. So he had all of that in his repertoire. And he then began to make a very good, say, collection of candles, and they were really interesting and they smelled beautiful. So we start by doing a Instagram shop, and that got popular to the point where someone saw it locally, and now he sources his candles to local shops and restaurants. So it's just growing and growing each day. And he's jacked in that awful admin job because he didn't need to do it anymore because the business became a full-time job. So went from doing it from full-time to part-time to nothing. And now he looks 10 years younger because he's doing what he's born to do, which is that, he's a creative type. He isn't an admin in the office pushing around there and being controlled. He is a creative, freedom, free spirit type, and that's what he is literally born to do. But it took him a while because it was already in him. You have to just get it out. But it's actually other people can help you sometimes. Like, for example, in the book I mentioned about my colleague Charlotte, her mum helped to tap into her soul purpose because her mum said, you love TV, so maybe you should think about working in television, and she always talk about it. And she's like, yeah, I do. And then she did the intern jobs, and now she's a full-time television producer, which she just loves doing every morning, wakes up and can't wait to get to work. That's what it should be. So anybody listening to this now is think about, if you're in a job that you don't really like, or you want to change, or you want to you feel like you've got more in you, it's because you're not living your soul purpose, what you're born to do, what you're served to do. So think about what is it that you are most drawn to, what hobby that you can do, or what skill or craft that can just take, you can spend hours passing. But it's important that this is not something which you can't monetize. So obviously you have to have a business there, like candles, yes, and obviously film industry, yes. But if it's something like stamp collecting, that could be a bit too personal.
That's putting a stamp on it.
Yeah, exactly. So think about there's a market, which 10 times there is, and there's loads of niches. Like like when I say my business, sorry, the title of the book is like have some lead of your business niche. So there's thousands of niches. There's going to be someone somewhere. I mean, what I work in is very niche. Like the film industry, yes, is obviously one niche, but the film festival distribution sector of that industry is small, but it's thriving because people want it, there's a demand. So there's a business there, without a doubt.
And why is it so important to carefully choose a business niche?
Well, the main reason why that's important is because, as I mentioned before, is you've got to really home in on what it is that you are really good at and then monetize it. So, for example, what I mentioned about the stamp collecting, that's more definitely like a hobby. So it's very important that you really laser into what area you're best skilled at. So, for example, let's say that you're pretty much drawn to working in the world of social media. So that's your niche there, but then really home in on that. So what area of social media are you best at that you can really give a lot of value to? Would it be telling people how to build their business via Instagram, or making videos for LinkedIn, or Facebook marketing? So what area of that are you best at? And then home in on that. So if you think, well, I'm really good, I know inside out Facebook advertising, you can think, well, okay, so what is my niche here that I can really thrive in, that I'm born to do and what I'm best at? And that could be helping small businesses turn over up to 10K a month via the gift of Facebook advertising, knowing how to do that. So that's what you got to do. So it's really important that you are specific. So saying something like, I work in the film industry is, a niche, but it's a little bit too general. You've got to really home in, which in mine obviously is film festival distribution. So that's a very niche area, but there's a market. You have to kind of test as well after that, obviously, that there is a market for it. And obviously there is for, definitely with social media. You just have to obviously then really pinpoint your business promotion. But before you start that, you must know exactly what it is where your niche lies. Because if you're too broad, you won't get the right audience. And if you're not sure not clear on what you're doing, or where your area lies, then it could be more problematic. So with my candle client, for example, I mean, obviously candles aren't just candles. He was doing aromatherapy candles, which do really well with the spas locally and the restaurants because they're intimate, kind of bespoke boutique restaurants and not chains. Something like that, a very kind of unique kind of candle there, which is more for a certain type of clientele. So you have to think about those kind of aspects too. So just the key is to really home in and be really laser focused. So you know exactly what it is that you're great at, you can deliver results to and get a great client base.
And talk about lighting up as well, too. And we'll talk more about the business aspect in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look on a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Motion Zia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the books on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with author Rebekah Smith of Born to Do It here on the Mike Wagner Show. Also worked as a Filmfest Doctor and also has her own company as well too. And I just get so energized talking about business, and candles really light up some great ideas. And how do you actually energize your business, and why is energetic branding so important for your business?
So when I first started my company up, I had a great designer who did a brilliant logo, and I loved my logo, and I loved it. Everyone else loved it. But then when I met a lady called Marie Diamond, who is a Feng Shui master, she actually is in The Secret, in the Feng Shui area, The Secret, in the book The Secret. And I met her at a networking event. Our dear friend Phil introduced us, and I've always thanked him for introducing me to Marie, because we come on leaps and bounds together. But she told me, when I said to her, "Here's my business card, here's my logo," she went, "Oh, there's something wrong with your logo. It's a very low vibration. It's too dark. There's no color. But also, on my logo, I have a woman's head, because it's obviously I'm a female entrepreneur, so I made it clear I wanted a woman on the logo. But she's turning away from the lettering of my logo. So she's not facing it, she's got her back to it." And Marie said, with her back and her, turning away from the logo, it's blocking the energy. And also it's like you're turning your back on your clients. So I said, if you turn her around to face the logo and add color to it, things will change. I was like, really? So I was very convinced of what she said. And she said, add on some red to it, in the Filmfest Doctor red carpet, add on gold, and turn her around, and I swear things will change. And it did. So literally overnight, it went from being dark and nobody could see it and not really making an impact or any kind of bold vision, to being extremely bright and actually people seeing it and noticing it on social media and on my website. So that made a big difference, and also in yourself as well, because that's the branding obviously is on your logo, but also you are your brand. As obviously, you're the one who's helping your clients, and you're the one who's leading the way. You've got your team with you, obviously, but you're the one who is your brand. So it's important that you stand out too. So when I met Marie on that night, she mentioned she needed to wear more color, because I was in literally like a black dress and a white kind of cardigan, I think. You need to wear more color, because people can't see you and see you shine. And also certain colors as well can also give the right energy to potential clients. I was like, really? So she, wearing saffron yellow gives compassion, and, rose and pinks give all these amazing kind of energies, confidence, and royal blue. So it's still with magnificence, and gold's abundant. So you should wear more of all of these colors, and you'll feel different in yourself. This is the Feng Shui. But, the energy in you. So I thought, but I looked at her, and she looked incredible. Like, she shone like a diamond.
Wow.
And she had, she had this beautiful, massive gold necklace on. She had loads of color on her that didn't clash, but it just was in sync. And she just looked phenomenal. So I was like, well, she's probably got a point. What she's saying here, it's probably like absolutely right. But my God, when I changed my logo, and the whole branding of my social media and my website changed with the logo changing, people started to notice me and my company that was kind of hiding a little niche in the corner for like the past 2 years. So it just really made a difference. So I do encourage people that when they're doing their branding and their logo, they do add color to it, because it will change a lot about you and about your company, because then people can see you, but also is that you have the right energy and the vibration is high as opposed to being low, which doesn't attract clients.
Mm-hmm. And also, too, it's also good for sales as well, too. And why is the sales pipeline so important to a business, and why does the sales pitch have to be so on point?
They're really important. So I didn't really have these in the beginning, because it wasn't until I met my business strategist, Yolanda Miliota. I met her and I thought it was doing well. Obviously it wasn't doing bad, it was doing well. But it could be doing a lot better, I thought. And she said to me, you've definitely got a good knowledge in place there. You've got, a good system to a degree, but there seems to be more here is that there's no infrastructure in place. And you need to have a sales pipeline, because before you can actually do any work, you've got to kind of obviously get your prospects in your pipeline. And your pipeline needs to be updated every day, and also include all the details of who your potential clients are. So obviously put their names, but also put like when you met them, when you followed up, when you chased them, or when you had an answer, and also what they wanted. But also update this every day, so it's like a spreadsheet where you can see the ins and outs, who's coming into the business, what's coming in, and what's flowing. So she told me that, and I thought, because I actually realized I kind of just based all my pipeline. There was no pipeline. It was on emails and WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. It wasn't particularly a very structured pipeline at all. And I was not happy with that, because I thought, well, I'm going to miss things, aren't I? So when I create the whole pipeline, the whole business went and had a structure to it. And then I made a note of where I met them, and you can track on that, where people are coming from. Is it from word of mouth? Is it from social media? Is it from networking events? Where are people coming towards your brand? How are they coming to your brand? What are they most interested in? How many deals are you closing? So that's a really good kind of database and an infrastructure in your business to keep track of things and to really keep it afloat and close more deals, which then goes on to the sales pitch. So one of the things I did do when I first started my company was I was guilty, like most people can be, was guilty of throwing information at a potential client, when really what makes a good sales pitch is quite a careful structure. It's where the person does 80% of the talking and you do 20% of the talking. So it's not like you're just chucking information at them like a pitch. Or someone like would be throwing tennis balls to their opponent. What it really is a carefully kind of structured conversation where you give them leading questions. So you ask them, what are you having most problems with? And they go, oh, I can't get the film on the festival circuit. It's not having any luck. I don't know what I'm doing. I said, well, what have you submitted to? And they tell me where they submitted to. Then I say, oh, where have you done this? Where have you done that? And then I keep asking questions to the point where then my responses to that will be showing how I can solve their problem. So it's not throwing it, we can do this, we can do it, we can do this, we can do that. It's more a case of asking them, what are your issues and how you can solve each one, and then showing, an example of how you fix someone else's problem that was similar to theirs. So it's very much a bespoke, holistic approach to closing a deal, which is where you let them tell you what they want and how you can resolve that.
That is amazing. You talk about the holistic approach. We'll talk about that and taking things to a next level. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Motion Zia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, and coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, plus worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with the founder of the Filmfest Doctor and director, and also working as Filmfest, and author Rebekah Smith of Born to Do It, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And yes, we talked about taking things to a next level and the holistic pitch. And you talked about cosmic ordering. And why is this so important to everyone? And tell us more about the Louise Cosmic Order story.
Yeah, so cosmic ordering is a very interesting way of kind of co-creation with the universe. So I discovered cosmic ordering probably around 2016. And I came across it by accident, and a friend of mine told me about cosmic ordering, that it's basically asking the universe what you want, but placing an order, literally. So it's like going into like a restaurant and saying what you want. So, saying I would like to order a bottle of Coke and some French fries and a hamburger, and that's it. You've asked what you wanted. So it's the same thing. So you say it in this way. So the technique that I learned was from a lady called Ellen Watts, the publisher of my book, but she has a wonderful book called Cosmic Ordering Made Easier. And she tells you how to do it and how best to word it and how to phrase it. So what you say is, what I really want is to get a parking space upon my arrival to Larchmont in Los Angeles. At the end, you say, for the good of all concerned, because it's important that you say that so no one else loses out for you to gain. So it's all fair and very, very holistic. So I gave it a go, and I did the car parking space order, and it worked. Like, going around Larchmont in LA can be difficult to get a parking space. So I was like looking around, and I was like, oh, a car's just pulled out, and there's my order come through. I started doing it for other things as well, including the Louise Cosmic Order, which is one of my favorite parts of the book. But it's also great because it shows you that anything's possible. And even if you put a little bit of disbelief in there, it'll still come back to you. So Louise is a wonderful actor and very, very important person in my life. And I live in the UK at the moment, but I'm moving, as I said, to America shortly. But he lives in America, in Dallas. And I met him at a film festival. He's in a film that I represent. And we got on really well, and we always saw each other when I was in the States. And I really wanted him to spend my birthday with me, because I was in the States for 2 months last year, and it was at the time when my birthday was happening. So I said to myself, I'm going to ask him if he wants to spend my birthday with me. It's a bit of an ask, because I'm in LA at the moment. He was in Dallas, but I thought, I don't care where we meet. So I thought, I'm going to place a cosmic order, and I'll see what happens. But I didn't have a little bit of disbelief. I was a bit like, well, not really sure how this is going to happen. I kept thinking of the how. So I said, place the order. So I said, what I would really want is to spend my birthday on the 25th of August with Louise, for the good of all concerned. I kind of forgot about it. Yeah, I've kind of forgot about it, because I didn't believe it, but I was just thinking of, well, it's quite an ask for him to get there. He could be working, can't have the time off work. But I thought, well, let me just do it anyway. So I was going to see him a few days later at an event in Dallas when I was over there. And he just came out the Uber. And then he said, how long are you in LA for? I said, oh, I'm here for 2 months. He said, oh, I'm going to be in LA in a few weeks' time. I said, oh, when? And he said, I'm going to come with my brother to see my aunt, and I'll be there from the 23rd to the 28th of August. I was like, oh, my God. That fell on my birthday. And I said, oh, it's my birthday on 21st. And he was like, oh, let's hang out. So it was just like that. So I was having this, speech in my head, would you be able to come over, to spend birthday and hang out, da-da-da. But then he was like, oh, we can do it. And it just literally was a miracle. Because in my head, I was like, well, he's got no reason to come to LA. There's, no reason to do so. Then all of a sudden, he talks about his aunt being there in South LA. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So so it was great. So we did meet, and we had a great time. And it was all thanks to the universe making it happen, and my order coming through. So it shows you that anything's possible. So that's an order that I never forget, because it's amazing how that happened.
And I can imagine the cosmos asking, you want fries with that?
Yeah, exactly. We went to a restaurant. I was like, oh, I really would love some avocado and also some sweet potatoes. So I was like, I'm going to make that clear, and that came literally as I wanted it. So it's really, really
ooh, that is making me hungry right now. Oh, by the way, happy birthday as well too. So since you mentioned it, so.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. And of course, we talked about cosmic ordering, the manifestation, and also implied next level Feng Shui techniques, and tell us more about that.
Yeah, so the Feng Shui, a lot of people think with Feng Shui it's in the home, and it is in the home predominantly. Feng Shui is like wind, means wind and water. So it's like wind and water, the two of them together create a good harmony. So you've got wind and you've got water calming it. So you have a bit of wind, it's like, the fast pace, and also got the water just to calm and harmonize things. And that can be anywhere. That can be in the home, in your garden, your car, but also it can be in your business, as I mentioned before, with the branding and with the clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you kind of implement Feng Shui in your office, and you work in the corner of your success direction, and also put a vision board in there, a lot of things can change. So it's very important that you have a vision board that is structured around kind of what you perceive your reality to be. So it's the right images that you can resonate with, that you have on there, and also the right kind of affirmations that you want to talk about, and also your cosmic orders as well. So manifestation and cosmic ordering are very big parts of the whole kind of, obviously, universe, but Feng Shui is also very important. Although it's not obviously manifesting, so to speak, it is kind of putting what you want out there by putting the right energy in the home and also in you, so wearing the right colors. So that color thing I mentioned earlier is based on Marie Diamond's quantum colors technique, and she talks about how certain colors can access certain parts of the abundant universe. So when she talked about royal blue, that is success, silver is magnificence, gold is abundance. So wearing those will attract that type of energy. You have to, but also it does help your mind believe it when you know what they can do, and that you are pretty much then in the right frame of mind, because the Feng Shui is helping you think in the right way and thinking negatively. When you go into a home, you think, oh, this feels homely, I feel right here, it's right energy, because you're connecting with it, and you then become more abundant in your brain, and you start to think clearly, and things happen because you're asking for it, but also you're in the right environment to do so. So it's very important that you do practice those techniques in the home and in yourself to get the best results you want as well, to help you.
And that's very important as well, too. You talk about colors and everything. I'm going to throw a color out there and see what you associate. How about metallic blue, one of my favorites? What are your thoughts?
Metallic blue is a good one, because blue is a strong color. I didn't know blue was that strong until Marie told me, but that goes along the lines of confidence. And metallic blue especially, because that obviously stands out, so you would stand out too. So having like metallic blue as strong confidence and groundedness, and then having, say, a gold chain or a gold necklace for a woman would signal abundance. The two of them together would harmonize really well. So your Feng Shui together, the wind and water, like you've got the strong confidence coming in, but then also got harmonizing that as the abundance backbone. So that would be a really good kind of look to have. And it would work too, because you'd feel it in yourself. You'd feel that energy, because you'd be in your power. And the colors bring out so much in you. It's always very subtle. It's not particularly loud bang, but it makes a big statement when other people see you and see you glow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, it's amazing as well, too. And how about magenta?
Magenta is a really powerful one, because that links in with the amethyst. The amethyst is a very kind of psychic kind of crystal, but magenta is also a similar thing as well. So magenta is very much, what is it Marie said about magenta? She was saying that magenta is one where you can get more psychic ability, so it's linked to the amethyst stone, but it also represents as well that kind of power over kind of like your mind. So it's something to do like with a third eye.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then lastly, how about emerald green?
Emerald green is brilliant, because that's wisdom. I remember when she told me that one, because I never wore that. Then she said, you'll find that you'll get more ideas for your business wearing emerald green.
Wow.
I was like, wow, really? So I thought, maybe I've never worn it before, really. I never really wore emerald green, maybe just a dark green. But I put it on. I saw this top. I brought it off of the internet, and I put it on with my skirt, and I was like, wow, I do feel different wearing this, I have to say. And I've had this suddenly abundance came in about what to do in my business, and ideas came in to develop. It was really interesting. And ideas for a client that I had, we were working on as well. So it all just flowed, like totally naturally. And wisdom is the key thing that it opens up emerald green.
That is amazing as well, too. And where can we find your book, Born to Do It, at?
So you can buy it off Amazon.com. It's on Kindle and paperback. And also if you go to my website, RebekahLouisaSmith.com, you can find it on there in the buy book section. And I can also send you a signed copy as well, which now ships worldwide. And soon it will be in bookshops as well in US and UK. And there'll be a book tour in the US from March onwards. starting in LA.
That is amazing. We're here with author Rebekah Smith of Born to Do It here on the Mike Wagner Show. A very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Learned a lot from you. And just a few more things here. We'll have you back in 2021 and beyond. And what can we expect from you heading into next year and beyond?
So we've got lots of films out in the festival circuit next year, and we've got some great films we're working on, so you'll see them all over the world. And also I'll be planning on doing an audiobook version of Born to Do It next year as well. And I'll be also based in the US from then on, and also I'll be doing a lot more speaking engagements about my book in person from March onwards with my publicist, Jackie Lepin.
That is fantastic. Looking forward to that. And who do you consider biggest influence in career, Rebekah?
A big influence in my career would definitely be a very strong businesswoman in the UK. She's actually California, but she's based here in England. Her name is Caprice, and she's a model, but she's also a businesswoman, and she has fantastic business skills. I love how she runs her business. I absolutely adore her. So she's my kind of inspiration in terms of like having that drive and ambition that never lets you down. So check her out. Her name is Caprice. And she's big here in the UK, and she's a very successful model and businesswoman. She has her own homeware and lingerie line, but my God, she is killing it.
We certainly will do that. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
The best advice I can give is to really think about what it is that you really want to do. What are you born to do? And I hope that people who read the book, well, by the end of it, they'll know exactly what it is that they're born to do, and they're going to then start their journey towards living their life that they should be living since the day that they were born.
Mm-hmm. That is fantastic. Once again, we're with founder and owner of the Filmfest Doctor, Filmfest Director, and author Rebekah Smith, Born to Do It on the Mike Wagner Show. Rebekah, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond, especially when you're in the States. Looking forward to have you on then. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how do people contact you, where can people check out your works, and also people purchase your book.
Yep, so you can purchase the book via Amazon.com on Kindle and also paperback, and also on website, which is RebekahLouisaSmith.com. You can purchase a signed copy by me, which I can ship worldwide, and also be in bookstores in 2021 as well, including Barnes and Noble.
That is fantastic. Once again, Rebekah, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely great. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. And I just love your energy. And do me a favor, wear your favorite colors next time. So I'll do that too. Metallic blue for me.
Thank you. You're a star. I loved it. Thank you so much, Mike. It's brilliant.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People Based Upon Real-Life Relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/Mia Mosinzia.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.